YouTube, welcome to the Contract Story Gem account, where today we are going to re-unlock the Grimoire. You might remember we unlocked it by pushing out some E5s. Now we need to get 2 more. We've got our Melissa and Queen on the way. I needed a bit more food, and I was having a look around, and I think we can just about squeeze ourselves a couple more 10 stars. To do that, we're going to have to use some soul symbols. Going to destroy Carrie. Going to destroy Alakita. We'll rebuild them, don't worry, but I want to get them down to 9 star. I don't really need them at 10 star. Not anymore, because we've easily achieved Perfect Smash in the Realms Gate at 140. So it doesn't really matter if I have 10 stars or not, because it will just shove whatever old heroes in there I have without any difficulty, and it will just Perfect Smash through. So I don't really need a 10-star carry to pop in those mines, and I don't need a 10-star Alakita really either, because we also have just 4 heroes established here. And I actually use the Olivia and the Amon-Ra as 9 stars, probably more often than I do the carry and the Alakita. Either way, we're going to have to go do all that, then we're going to go and fight some Void campaign, and hopefully clear all of Chapter 5. So folks, let's get started, unlock that Grimoire, and have some fun. So, step 1. It's going to be the destruction of Carrie and Alakita. So bear with me whilst I remove them from the game modes they are in. So I'm guessing they're locked up in Interdimensional Arena. She might end up being in somewhere else. The only way I can find out is if I press convert. Ah, good old exploration teams. Okay, we're going into the Ethereal Realm then. Gonna sort that dingo out. So, Carrie should be successfully removed. Let's go into the convert option. Heck yeah, let's regress her. And, oh! Poopy bum-bums. I need some backspace. Okay, let's go to the altar. Destroy our 1s and 2s. And I have a lot of 3 stars. What's that about? Can I just summon 4 stars? They filled up quick. Oh, okay. Wonder if that allows me to... Yes, it does. Right. Quick little 4-starification over here. This is a throwback to a couple episodes ago, where I was just doing this all day. But, this should successfully clear out some of the backspace. Yeah, that's getting juicy now, baby. Keep it going. Get all those summons through. And... yeah, let's go check our 3-star situation now. We still got loads. Oh, baby, we're still swimming in them. Okay. Gotta summon as much as we can, then. I don't want to upgrade to 6. That would be horrendously... Unuseful? A horrendous mistake. There you go. That's the correct English. Now, let's keep going. Upgrading our 5s. Yeah, that should be nice and clean. Dude, I still have so many 3 stars. Okay, not in Abyss, I don't. Forest. Equally clean. Right, we'll call that for now. I think we'll be able to successfully destroy Carrie with that backspace. So let's revisit her. Convert. Regress. Good. Clean. And shelter mission later, lol. That's fine, don't worry about it. I've got loads of 4-star shards still. 199 of them. Also, I've made sure to keep 4 stars in every single class, so I have no difficulty with that in the future. That's the joys of profitable events and why I do them in every single faction, because it makes shelter missions 10 times easier. Anyway, we've destroyed the carry. That's got us some room. And we're going to do the same with Alakita. So let's go into her. Let's convert, regress, and free her up as well. Excellent. By doing that, I'm now going to go into the Fortune Ruins. We're going to rebuild them immediately to 9-star each. So there's our C+ in there with 2 additional fodders. All the puppets entering in. 9-star Alakita. We'll do the same thing, but with Carrie, making sure the Awakened version goes in with 2 non-Awakens. All the puppets. That's absolutely fine. Resummon. Huge. As 9 stars, it has achieved us spare copies of 9 stars, which means we can go to Dominator here, put in these 2, add in a Death Sworn, put in one of those 9-star puppets we've achieved. That's going to be lovely. Also, head back. We're going to go into Seer, and I need a couple more Seer copies. Okie dokie. Let's take a look. And how many Seer copies are we sitting on right now? 6. Perfect. I will summon 2. And with those 2 copies, that should be a 10-star Seer. If we go here, Put in this one and that one, plus a 6-star, plus a 9-star. Boom. That is 2 10-stars, which means I can head to either Melissa or Queen and build them up. Just checking for Queen copies right here. Nothing obvious. What I can do is summon from here just in case we get one. No, we don't. That's fine. And I wonder, do I have any Queen copies just chilling on the account? Not by the looks of things. Okay, so I need a couple Queens. That's easily achieved through these chests here. There you go. Gonna open those guys out as well. Fantastic. Summon those. And that should set us up with E5 on the Queen. If we just go here, put a 10-star seer in, put in our Queen copy. That's E4. And then E5, super easy. Click. Click. Because we're going to be making her to a Transcendence hero as well, I'm just going to adjust her enable abilities. Not that that's going to make too much of a difference. We'll just go attack. We'll go control, purify. In fact, I think with Queen, speed is the most important thing. Yeah. That looks fine to me. We'll leave that for now. Okay. Let's go and build Melissa to E5 so that we then have our 6 E5s for the Grimoire. We need another 10-star for that one. So we need to build some food. If you look around, we can actually build a lot of heroes here in the Fortress faction. For a few reasons. We have a whopping 22 5-stars here that we can summon out. That's a great baseline to get us started. That's got us more than enough copies of Ice Blink and Honor Guard so we could make those to 10-star. That's really good. We got loads of food here as well. We've got our 6-star Christian. So the first thing I need to do is pull out some 6-stars if I can. I do have some chests. These ones, where are they? It's one of these Christmas chests actually contains a bunch of 6-stars. Everything else here is like, whatever. This is a really nice way to get some food. We got 3 of these chests, so we can use those as part of this project. But I am going to double check how we are doing for food across the board, just so we don't end up making a mistake and over-investing in something that we might not need to. So, let's start with Shadow. I got 7 Shadow 5-stars that we can summon here. That's really good. I think if we can build a 9-star here, that's going to be really, really good. So, looking around, loads of opportunities to get started here. In fact, we could even think about building a 10-star. I don't want to commit to anything heavy yet, though. So, what we'll do, we'll just take a look. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll summon ourselves another 4-star. That's also going to massively help us. And with that, that's going to be another 5-star that we can enjoy on the account. Yep. So, if we go into our 6-star heroes, I think I've got myself 2 Death Swans. So, we're going to bring those on board. And we'll look for heroes that we have just a small number of copies of. So, Lutz there is fine. And Horus is fine. And we'll upgrade. In fact, I don't even need to use the Horus. We could just use the Lamb that we just built. Yeah, that's okay. And just 1 Horus. That's a 6-star Death Swan. Now we can use that to build ourselves a 9-star hero, because we've got 2 6-stars there. The obvious pick is going to be someone who we haven't made to 10-star before, but have a bunch of copies of. Karma fits that bill. So let's go into the creation circle. Let's go to a 9-star Karma. Click on her. And bring on board these here with the 6 stars. 13 fodder heroes is what we need. Good thing we have lots of food here. So, Bloodblades, Bades, 1 Corpse Demon. We got those 3 Kamets. Don't really want to use Walters. Can happily feed Gustins. Don't need to. That's great. That's going to be 9-star Karma. Really good. So, with that achieved, we could 10-star Karma if we wanted to. The main thing is that we get 4 9-stars because they'll merge together and produce 2 10-stars. So, already fine with the Karma. Let's go have a look at the rest of the heroes we can. Abyss probably can squeeze something here. Just got to be really, really strict with who we choose to use as food. How many heroes are in a 9-star? Is it 28? I feel like it's 28. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. If we can find 10 more heroes, which we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we are just on the edge of what we're capable of here, but I think I have just enough food to get ourselves a 9-star easily in the Abyss faction without having to use those chests. It's going to drain us, but I don't mind. If we look at 4 stars real quick, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll summon 2 3-stars and 3 heroes that are 4-star. That is another hero that we can upgrade to 5-star. Brilliant. And we're just going to feed. Yeah. There's no reason to keep anybody around. So just going to make ourselves a 9-star King Barton. I think that's the obvious pick. So for that, we'll start with our 6 stars. Let's get a 6-star Norma. And can we get a 6-star Illyria as well? Heck yeah. And with those, we can now 9-star a King Barton using our 3 copies. And are we using Ignatia as food? No. When she gets transcended, we'll need her copies to awaken. So not going to make the mistake of using our 5 Ignatia copies as food. No way, Jose. That would be really bad. We've got the Scaries. We've got the Dantalians. Probably save those. We've got the Margaret. All this. That's really good. Waldeck. Gaggy. Even a Rainier at this point is probably food. And I need one more hero. I think it's going to have to be a Dant. Or an Ignis. We do have a lot of Ignises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Ignises. No, I'll go with a Dant. That's fine. 9-star King Barton. Built and made. So, with all that, we've got our 2 9-stars already. Now, the Fortress faction. This is where I'm going to get myself some 6-stars to help. So if we go into the bag, I'm going to pull out a couple 6-star Fortress heroes from here. I'm going to get, I think 4 will be enough. So we'll do it like that, leaving 1 chest behind for when I decide that I need it. Go back to Fortress, pull these out. That's a lot of food that we now have access to. So we'll do Mickey, we'll do Ormus. Let's get those in. So, going to start with 9-star Mickey. So she's in. And let's go do the same thing for Ormus. Go to 9-star here on him. Put in our copies like this. There you are. Put in our 6 stars. And 13 fodder heroes. We've got 2 Christians there. And Sigmund, Mirage. Who else is obviously food? We got so many honor guards. We can use 1 here. Way too many Ormuses and Emilys. So I'll cut those down. That's perfect. Saves 2 Ormuses as well. And puts us hopefully into a situation where 10-starring should be easy here. Yeah, absolutely. We can still make a ton of progress as well. Okay, click on the Ormus. Put 2 copies in. Put in a 6-star. And we'll use that 9-star Karma that we have here. Or the King Barton for sure. Let's go with him. 10-star Ormus. And then now we definitely have enough food to do the last one, which is going to be Mickey. Or the Karma, in all fairness. Both are completely fine. But we'll do the Mickey. And we'll build ourselves a 6-star using Valentino and some other fodders. So go back to the Fortune Ruins. Go down to 6-star Valentino. Click on him. Put in our 2 copies. Put in 4 5-stars that we don't mind using as food. For this case, it's going to be Penny. It's going to be probably Sherlock. And then a couple heroes that won't really matter in the grand scheme will be these Flame Strikes. That's a 6-star Valentino. Which should mean it's an easy 10-star here for our Mickey. Fantastic. In goes the 9-star Karma. There you go. With that, we're in a beautiful position where we have 2 10-stars, which can get us an E5 Melissa. And that should be the E5s unlocking the Grimoire, which means we can take some buffs and head into campaign. And thanks to the Grimoire materials we've passively gained both from campaign and also from events, we should be able to level this up nice and easily. And we should get level 50 out of this one. Oh, we can go beyond it. That's nice. Max level reached. There you go. That's actually spent all of the materials we had just from campaign passive gains and events. To take this up higher, I'm pretty certain I need 9 E5s to go further. And that upgrades you to level cap to 75. If I have 9 E5s, yeah. So we're gaining a very, very, very respectable 2.4 million from this. But until I have 9 E5s, I now have absolutely no reason to pick Grimoire materials. So this is why I've said in previous events, don't go crazy on Grimoire if you're a new player. Because new players do not have the ability to build 6, 9, etc, E5s. In fact, this account is almost a year old and now has only comfortably reached 6 E5s. The counter argument to that could be, oh, why don't I just build 6 E5s? If you do that, you won't be able to do what I've done, which is have multiple Tree of Origin heroes. It's going to stretch you thin. You might not have a puppet left over. You might not have the luxury of having some nice 9 stars that sit on the side. Having access to an additional 2.4 million attack is good enough already. What that is going to do as well, it's going to take our Vulcan to 13.6 million, and it's going to bring our supports up to 8.3 or 8.2 in Natalie's case. This is ridiculous. So this bro is gonna absolutely slap. So let's go and test him out in campaign. Let's see if we need to adjust anything first, though. Just gonna double check the speeds. We've got Vulcan here with the Breath of Forest Spirit. We've got ourselves Elusive Mirror, which is a spiritual mirror, actually. It's deific on the Wukong. And he's faster than Natalie, who is wearing a Demon Belt. Those speed orders should be absolutely fine. Betty is just chilling here, really slow. Dragon Receptor is more than enough, though. That's just going to allow her to crowd control. She was running Balance Strike because we were facing against some nasty, nasty Valkyries. Don't need that anymore. So let's just go ahead and swing. Full send against Russells. We've got a puppet as well. That should bait the Russells. So that's going to be pretty useful. The puppet's wearing a Demon Bell too. Just in the rare circumstance where the puppet lives, which it might do considering how Betty functions. Betty did not get dazzled. That's really good. And now we full CC. Absolutely brilliant. So all we need now is a big Vulcan active skill, which is going to come here. And it should send these guys home. Boom. Nice. Getting 2 kills already. Hopefully going to set up nice. You can see the survival's really good. We're getting so many shields here. And all those Grimoire bonuses have made a massive difference to our performance. I think we're completely fine here. Really good. But we are stalling out here. It's just the nature of carries stalling the fight. There we go. Big hit there. Can we just kill the Andrea? Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Good twine there from Betty. Finally, Vulcan getting the kill. That took way too long. So let's fight. Got ourselves some assassins. We're going to throw against these boys. This is going to be pretty cool. So, didn't get the trigger from the Dragon Rui on the Betty. Poor Wukong taking a load of hits there. Maybe Betty finally gets to go. There she comes. The crowd control finally coming out. We'll lose our Wukong, but I don't think it's going to matter. Actually, it might do. Nope, never mind. Vulcan just wipes the whole wave. Fantastic stuff. Let's go on a quick fight. You never know. We might just chill. Sit back, slay things. Look at that. Beautiful crowd control. More crowd control. Absolutely amazing. Vulcan getting ready for another active skill. Here he comes. Everyone's dead. That was pretty good. Next fight. Let's see what comes our way. Okay. Transcendence heavy wave. Absolutely fantastic. We got a Betty trigger there. CCing everybody. Problem heroes like Tix, HomeXJUMP, all getting denied due to the amazing crowd control potential of our Betty. Slaying almost all the wave. Vesa getting re-crowd controlled. Silence on the puppet. And our other heroes as well. Not that's going to matter. Got some pressure coming out here still. Crowd control's good. Hopefully going to kill that HomeXJUMP at the back. We absolutely do. The Vesa is dead to a Betty swipe. That's another win. How did I beat 531 Rib? Oh, well, you just need to go check out the latest episode of the CSG series currently on YouTube. The episode before this one. As that'll show you exactly how we beat 531. Now, that pressure's coming on still. We've got this amazing wave here, which is an echo and a nod back to some of the nastier ones in Chapter 1. Destroying it, though, Eloise, no problem at all. And there you go. We're doing pretty good. Clean win for the team. Beautiful things. All right. That is 536 beaten here with a Fiona. She's proving resilient. She's not wanting to die. We finally get the win, though. That's good stuff. Next is going to be 537. A warrior wave with... Actually, it's not even warriors. There's Amon-Ra supporting, Russell supporting. It's just the greatest hits of Light and Darks by the looks of things. Some of the most recent releases. Although Tara in there for Light, which is kind of weird. I think we're going to probably see quite a lot of different Light and Dark waves coming up. It's the impression that this wave's giving me, is that there's going to be some more of this nonsense in the future. Either way, crowd control looking good there. The pressure from the Tara is still a bit annoying. Energy feed into Vulcan, not quite taking him all the way to 100 energy. But it does mean he's going to have a massive active skill here going into round 4. Getting the kill on the Mockman. Absolutely fantastic. Next fight. 538. As predicted, it's more Light and Dark shenanigans. Betty not triggering the Dragon Receptor. Hopefully, she does get to go here. She's not dead. The puppet is. So we should be okay. Betty with her chance to attack here. Getting some crowd control out on the enemy wave. There we go. That Tara proving resilient. Not wanting to get stopped. But Vulcan says, have a nice day. Got some crowd control here. Absolutely brilliant. Not getting the carry due to some either control immunity or dodge. There we go. Finally getting crowd controlled there. Betty triggering multiple times here. Really good to see. Vulcan hopefully getting a kill on the entire wave, it would seem. Very good. Vulcan very, very strong here with 13 million attack. Should have very, very little problem cleaning up against this wave. Sword Flash putting out pressure on the enemy team this time. She's a boss. One nice thing is our Vulcan is slow, which means we hit Sword Flash with all of our attacks, removing her dodge chance, giving Vulcan a free pass to clean her up. Very, very easy way to beat this. Sword Flash punishes players who don't read. If you know how Sword Flash operates, she's very, very easy to beat. You just have to hit her to remove her dodge. But most people's most powerful hero also happens to be their fastest hero. Or people are foolish enough to put someone like Betty into a house and make her really quick, which also gets them wrecked. Now, this wave getting the better of us is no surprise here. This is a Forcus, and Forcus has the problem of putting a mark that will punish you when you take buffs. So someone like Natalie absolutely gets punished by this. So what we need to do is get either good crowd control trigger from Wukong or a good Dragon Ruyi trigger from the Betty, locking down the Forcus. And the fact it has to be good is probably extremely important to stress. Because when you're in a situation with Forcuses and a wave like this, it has an inbuilt 24% control immunity. Not to mention the wave itself, for just the simple fact that the heroes that are good with passives also have added control immunity on top of that. So it's probably walking around with like 70% control immunity. Something within those lines, this particular wave. So getting the opportunity to crowd control is going to be very, very difficult. So a lot of people will struggle against full Light and Dark teams for that reason. Although it does seem that Vulcan managed to seal it up, which is very good. Forcus not getting an active skill, so not having a chance to put his mark out. And with both of them dead, even though Tara is free, I think we're going to be okay. The defense down is a little bit annoying from the Vulcan, but I think even though Vulcan was defense downed, he still gets that win, which is good. Now, this is pretty nasty. We've got ourselves a Mim wave. There is actually a possibility to crowd control Mims. Very, very low, but yeah. The HP from the Grimoire coming in clutch. Yeah, the added stats from the Grimoire are always going to help here, which is nice. Definitely feeling the added bonuses. Let's see if Betty can CC a Mim. That would be pretty rare, but entertaining. You need a lot of control immunity offset to crack a Mim. Oh, never mind. Vulcan just does it himself with brute force. Phenomenal. Next up is Seer. Seer who? Russell. Locking those guys down minus the Seer. That's okay. Seer's not really a problem. It's mainly Russell that's an issue. Then again, his Dazzle is going to happen regardless. It's on Wukong right now, which is annoying. Betty not getting Dazzled is good. And the fact that Betty is a HP stone Betty, even though she's only Tree 1, she has more HP than the Wukong. That is deliberate so that she doesn't get Dazzled. I don't mind if Wukong is one getting Dazzled. It's the Betty. that will break your heart. If Betty gets dazzled, her crowd control is all over the place. It's very, very bad. So by running a puppet with Wukong, even though the main reason of the puppet was to help us against Valkyries, it seems that actually just having the puppet there is going to be beneficial anyway. So we're in a good spot. Getting some good kills there. Ignis. Oh yeah, she's dead. Gonna give some protection and healing to Rogan. I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem for us. Should get some clean kills here, I think. Oh, Rogan. Wow. Nice job killing the Wukong. Shame you're dead. Right. Here we go. Sometimes the puppet casts. Yeah, if the puppet gets to attack, that's amazing too. That normally relies on Betty getting a Dragon re-trigger. Well, having the Demon Bell just giving energy to Vulcan is always nice. Ah, that's really unfortunate. We're horrified here on our Vulcan. That means he's not going to crit. Control Purify should remove it. Very unlucky we got a round 1 active there on Vulcan. That's mainly because Betty didn't CC, so the enemies attacked us, which feeds us energy. Gonna have to lean on some later round performance here. That said, though, Betty is attempting desperately to crowd control this wave. With an enemy Elena, she can break them free. But as long as Betty gets it out and stops the enemies from attacking, hopefully it's going to do its work either way. In a position now where our Vulcan really needs to go. Come on, dude. Ah, not quite enough damage. The lack of crit really costing us there. It's one of the nasty things about Lord of Fear Aspen's Horrify. It stops you from critting. So that's a little annoying. I think I'm going to remove the puppet from the team against this specific wave, simply because the puppet dying is an issue. And you're right, it might be worth me switching back to Balance Strike on the Vulcan. The reason we're running Unbending Will is just residual to when we had to fight Valkyries. Valkyries were really annoying. And there you go, that's significantly better. We weren't horrified on our Vulcan that time because our puppet didn't die. We're in a much better position. Considering survival is going quite well, I am going to bring on Balance Strike. If we start dying or start facing Valkyries, we'll bring Unbending Will back. It's just significant passive damage can become a little too much. Now, against these enemies here, what have we got? We got Tussalago, Tara, the enemy Vulcan. I think we're going to be okay against this. Tussalago's a bit annoying, but I don't think she has any ability to deal a lot of damage. She's quite bad, actually. So, that's an easy cleanup. I might want to add the puppet in again. Oh yeah, against a Sherlock, definitely. I'm going to add the puppet back. Just because the puppet becomes one more person that the enemies can try to CC. And that's okay. I don't mind the puppet getting hit by a Sherlock basic. And hey, looks like we're not getting dubbed. That's already a great start. Gloria's getting to attack is annoying. That puts out a mark, which could get us stunned. Maybe it's not going to be an issue, though, if we can put out some good CC. CC reflected immediately onto Betty, removing it straight away. Ah, Vulcan getting locked up is bad. Boo hiss, boo hiss. And we're dubbed on our Vulcan. Oh, he breaks free. Yo, he gets to go. Ooh, clean up. Ah, didn't get a lot of buffs, though. Mainly because we spent a lot of time as a dove. Oh, wow. And again, this Sherlock needs an absolute gold medal. He is putting in so much work. We're stunned now thanks to Glorious eating into our HP. That's the nasty thing about marks. Does Vulcan get to go? Ooh, he tanked. He was doing something. But sadly, wasn't enough. Does the puppet have a Demon Bell? Yep. So if the puppet does get an active skill, it's some nice extra energy feed for us, which is good. Betty is just getting us crowd controlled, which is quite nasty. We are dubbed as well. Yikes. If the Vulcan would just break free, that would be perfecto. He is invisible right now, thanks to chained crowd control. There we go, he's back. And now he's a dove, and he's stunned. Love how glitchy the doves are. Oh my word. Dude, what is this Sherlock wearing? A Receptor? Like, his CC chance is mad. And if only we had a Melissa. Yeah, Melissa is our next hero for a reason. Being able to remove crowd control is so strong. It cannot be stressed how much of a useful ability that is. Now, the pressure we're putting out here is fantastic. We've lost our Betty. Vulcan should get to go here, assuming he doesn't get stunned or dubbed. I think there's going to be a very, very good amount of pressure coming out from him here. Great. That's the win we needed. Ugh, 4 mims. Hopefully this is going to be okay. I think we're actually going to be alright. Even the puppet being dead hasn't proven problematic. And we have a lot of damage reduction by attack, which counters Mim rather well. Because he has lots of small instances of damage. So we should be okay here. And yeah, just 2 more fights here for the remainder of Chapter 5-4. And then we're on to 5-5 and 5-6, which is good. Should get a full clear of Chapter 5. So hopefully this is going to be okay. Pressure out there is nice. Stun on the enemy team. And full crowd control now, pretty much apart from that one Delasium, who I don't think is going to live. Oh, he's the one that did. Oh, only to get crowd controlled. Poor dude. Now they're dead. Amazing teamwork between Vulcan and Wukong. Brilliant! Next up, we've got ourselves another Mim wave. This is one with a Mockman. Oof, a lot of burst damage coming out from him. Hopefully we get some decent pressure here. Seems like the attack animations on the Mims are quite slow. Oh, there we go. It's his active's quite quick. Will we get a good active from our Vulcan? I'm pretty sure we will. This might just one-shot the whole thing. Oh, yeah. Really good. Next up. Oh, this is pretty nasty. Homjung, Saja, Natasha. Some people come to me and say I can't beat this wave. And the best way I can tell them how to beat it is just crowd control this wave. Yes, Homjung's a problem. Yes, Saja's a problem. Yes, Natasha can be an issue. That's a lot of damage pressure you have to deal with. But if you can crowd control this wave, it's completely easy. So, this wave is actually very, 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 very easy to win. Just need crowd control. As you've just seen here. When they can't attack you, they don't do anything. It's mainly the light and dark waves that are the problems, because you need to get good crowd control against them. But you can still control them, so you just have to try multiple times. That's the main thing. You're just looking for that one time it goes well. And that's the nice thing about Void Campaign. You can attack multiple times, so there's not really a barrier to entry here. Either way, we're having such a really, really clean time with our crowd control plus Vulcan strat. The one team that will completely stop this is, in these earlier stages, it's going to be Valkyrie, who I don't think we have to fight now until Chapter 6. And then later on, it's enemies that get past crowd control. So that's Holora with her pings, and other people who have passive damage abilities, such as Gaggy when transcended. Should we get past all that, though? It should be okay. Now, stun there on the Fiona is cute, at least, from the Wukong. This wave's going to be pretty nasty. It's another Sherlock Holmes-Young wave. There's a lot of damage here. We might want to put damage over time Purify on our team, but to be honest, Control Purify is likely more important against these guys. I'm going to go check what we have currently on our Vulcan. He might already be wearing damage over time Purify, in which case Control Purify is going to make a much bigger difference. Let's have a look. Yep, he's a dot Purify, buddy. He didn't even have that. He's on Shared Fate. Okay, that's cool. So I'm going to bring on Control Purify. That will make our life a lot easier against things like Sherlock's, Holmes-Young's, etc. But it means we're more susceptible to the poison from Holmes-Young. So I'm relying heavily on our protection against this. Also, we need damage not just to be protected against with things like armor and attack reduction, but ideally, it would be good if Betty could get some crowd control, so the enemies didn't attack us in the first place. The best way to stop enemies from hurting you is not by having a shield, it's by just not letting them hurt you in the first place. Now, let's see if we can get this here. We've got the crowd control we wanted. Will Vulcan get the active skill to finish? I think so. Dead. Nice. Right, next up is an Eloise with a Tix and a Morax. Let's get this beat. Good crowd control. I think they're just fully locked down now. As long as the Tixes don't move, they can't attack steal us apart from through their passives. So, decent chip here from the Vulcans should have it. Active skill coming up here in round 3. Oh no, Tix broke free. Tix did get to attack. That's a nasty bit of debuff we have to take. Still got enough damage though. Fantastic. Right, let's go. We've got ourselves, hopefully, an easy win here. Things like Azrael and other Transcendence heroes are no threat in Void Campaign, to be honest. They're just too weak, because they're lacking a lot of things like Sublimation and good passives. So, with enough damage, we should be able to have this. And they're all weak to CC. I know Elena breaks them free, but as long as we skip their go, doesn't matter if they break free. Next up, we got ourselves... Oh, brilliant. Stun there on the Eloise. Breaking free. Thanks to Fiona, actually. Fun thing about Fiona, her basic attack removes CC. Pretty cool. There we go. Betty getting some crowd control off. Failing to CC the Eloise. Oh, never mind. She got it. Nice. Only to be broken free again. Come on, Vulcan. Just kill him. Stop playing with your food. Amazing. And then 557. Here we go. Drake Russell. This is fun. Almost looks like an Idle Heroes 10-star Cup team. But no, it doesn't really. Actually, I say that. Arania, I'd love to see someone make Arania work. I don't think she's actually good enough. Drake's fun, though. Russell's good. Eloise, making random appearances, but not that good. But come on. Let's get it. Fun little rainbow team. Active skill from Vulcan. Massive damage, leaving the Arania and the Ailamak. And let's see if we can finish these guys off. Hopefully get the kill. Ooh, Ailamak attacking. There's a win. Fantastic. Should just kill this now. Who gets it? Who's gonna get it? Vulcan's stunned, so not him. Wukong with the final swipe. Brilliant. Okay, 3 fights left. Oh, mate, this is free. This is so free. Triple Fiona. Triple Inosuke. Now, ironically, this is like the original team this account had. Fiona plus Inosuke is an amazing strat, because it guarantees the crit from Inosuke, but it is devastatingly weak against crowd control, which is why I had to run a 9-star Ignis to give me not just energy on the Inosuke, but CC protection. With no CC protection, this is dead. Same problem here with Ithaca Natasha. Chronically weak to crowd control. So we should see another win coming through here. Excellent pressure. Vulcan, come on. Kill this dude. Brilliant active. Perfect stuff. And moving on to the final hit here. It's going to be the boss fight. 5-5-10. Arania here this time. But we can crowd control a lot of the problem heroes here. Ailamak, Ignis, Seahu. Yep, there you go, Ignis. CC'd there. Stun on the Mockman. Betty doing all the hard work here. Just gotta kill this Arania now, which we should do with one big Vulcan active. Oh, wow. Not quite killing, but bringing her down to 5% HP. That's more than winnable. Perfect. Natalie into Vulcan. That's a win. So, 10 fights left. And we should have Chapter 5 completely cleared, which is amazing stuff. So let's go in with Light and Darks now as the opponents. Dazzle hitting the Puppet, but not all Wukong. That's really good. A little bit of crowd control coming out there. Not tons. Hopefully Focus does not get to do an active skill here. Can we CC? Please, please, please. Oh no, Focus got to go. That's bad news. That means we are going to lose a lot of our heroes. And then Betty gets the crowd control, only to die to Russell's arrows. What a shame. Believe it or not, we are actually using Betty's core. She's just not very consistent when you're lacking a lot of stuff to buff her up. Another reason we want the Lady Sunshade hat. It would make such a difference. Oh, there we go. We did manage to get the Focus this time. That's nice. The Russell is in the air, but hopefully we kill him. Yep, he's gone. Get out of here. And so is the Focus. Perfect. The 2 that we needed dead are dead. And now we should have a pretty easy peasy breezy finish against these guys. Yeah. Nice. There we go. Mockman's dead. And so is the rest of the wave. Awesome. Next fight is, okay, a Resurrection team. Got ourselves carries, Azraels. In a weird order as well. 3-3 like that. Looks kind of icky. Not quite sure what the devs were going for here. But we should win. Azraels aren't really going to stop us. At least they won't stop Vulcan. They're going to target lowest HP, which gives Vulcan so many opportunities to kill. Can we kill this carry before people resurrect? No, one of the Azraels is back already. Boo hiss. Oh, mate, if they all resurrect now... They did... Ugh. Good thing we have Antlers Cane, right? That's gonna just keep buffing and buffing and buffing and buffing. That Breath of Forest Spirit putting in hard work. So when we finally do get an active skill from Vulcan, it's gonna kill here. The big issue is the energy steal from the carries. That said, though, basics are doing well enough with Vulcan, which is nice. So... should, hopefully with enough pressure, just win this. But I think we could just get yeeted to death. Yeah, balls. That was tedious. Good CC and we get that, though. Just gotta kill them all in one go. That's the ideal scenario. Carry immediately stealing is annoying. Although Carry's basic hitting Betty, I've said this before, but I'll say it again for those of you that don't know. Betty feeds you energy before she steals it with her basic attack, which sets up Betty because it takes her over the energy threshold. Oh, this is good. This should be a decent cascade of damage. These guys have resurrected pretty quickly, though, which is not nice. Ah, man. We just have to see our Vulcan get the kills here. Come on, dude. You've got the energy. Don't get energy stolen. Please send it. Go. Ah, nah, he got sniped. Dude, that's so unlucky. Carry's such a pain in the butt. There we go. That's another carry dead. Only to mark Vulcan immediately. I might have to put Mark Purify on here, to be honest. Those carry marks are too good. Yikes, dude. Stolen every time. Although the fact that we've got the Wukong and the Nat still alive is going to be really useful. I think we've kept the pressure up pretty well. All we need is Vulcan to just slip through. Ah, the Azraels are getting the better of us now. Oh, come on. Nah. Way too much pressure. I'm going to bring in Mark Purify. I know it's rare, but if we do end a round where we have less energy than 100, it will remove the mark. There we go. Betty getting the CC in. That was actually a really good start. You might even see, if we're lucky, the CC is consistent enough that the carries can't fully steal our energy. That's also another win condition here. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Right, let's keep that pressure up. Hopefully Betty can keep her energy nice and high. Vulcan! Oh, nearly! Please kill! Oh, you know what? A few of them have resurrected. That might not actually be the end of us. Yes! Oh, only for Vulcan to get stolen again. Yo, he might have this. He might have this. Oh, no, the mark got him. Mate, this is so close. The carries are back. Stop. Dude. Please. Nah, live. Oh, she got the heal. But will Vulcan get the energy? Nope. Devastating. There's gotta be a way here. Surely there has to be a way. Oh, a round 2 active skill with decent buffs could do the trick. Oh, carry stole his energy. Jeez, these carries are lucky. Betty getting to go here. Oh, that could work. Maybe it's going to be a round 3 active. That might actually work for us here. We might even get plenty of good CC here passing on into the wave. Elusive Mirror triggers. Oh, no! We didn't CC one of the carries, which meant that she stole from the Vulcan. He's done most of the basic attacks here. If he does get an active skill, he's going to devastate the entire wave. They're all CC'd. I think this is the one. Send it, brother. Yes. That's good. Huge. Okay. Gustin, I don't think is a problem against Chapter 5. I think we're going to be okay. The Gustin pings are a little devastating, but I think with a huge Vulcan active, we should be completely fine. The pings are too spread out. Yeah, they're not doing enough to us. This is fine. Oh! He says... Vulcan didn't do an active. He just did a basic. And, of course, he was marked by one of the Gustins. This is winnable if Gustin doesn't mark Vulcan. Yeah, this is completely fine. And will I swap Mark Purify? I think there is a mark on this wave. I might be wrong. I think it's a skill effect, actually, from Gustin. Okay, good. With CC here from Betty, all we need is a good active skill from Vulcan. Killing the wave. Oh! Nearly gets it. Nearly. Come on, dude. Ah, sniped. Dude, Dragon Rui is not triggering. This is annoying. Betty with some trigger at least. Does she get the CC off? She does. That's okay. She goes again. CCing the entire wave, giving Vulcan a chance. There it is. Nice. That was great. Oh, Focus ticks Delasium. This is bad. As long as we can crowd control this, we win. Oh, oh, nice. Just a ticks breaking free. That's good. That's really good. And Mark Purify might actually help here against the Focus. So, hoping this is good. Come on. Betty, CC? Yes. Okay, that's a win. It's absolutely a win. Gotta get the active from the Vulcan. It's pretty much a clean dub. Yeah, nice. On to just a few more fights left. Another Gustin wave. No way. That's horrendous. Amazing crowd control from Betty starting us off. Oh, this is good. I might need Control Purify here simply for the Vess's Silence that's going to come pretty soon. That might do some work. Vulcan could just kill, though. That's also a possibility. Oh, he does! Nice. Okay. Actually want to run Mark Purify here for the Healing Curse from the Amon-Ra. So hopefully get this. And Sherlock, nice, brother. Let's keep that CC up. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Elena does break them free, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. We should get a good round 2 active if we're lucky. Elena hitting the Vulcan, not stealing enough of his energy. Clearly he had well over 100. Active skill coming out there, not managing to kill. There's a lot of defense on these guys right now. Courtesy of the priests. Fiona, Amon-Ra, Elena. Scared about that Russell being in the air, to be honest. This is a really, really, really well-built team. You've got a lot of pressure from the Vulcan and a lot of survival to keep these guys up. The arrows are coming and killing the Natalie. When Vulcan pops, he's probably going to one-shot us. Yep. That was gross. Really good wave, actually. Really, really well put together wave. Priests supporting big damage heroes. That's what you like to see. Yeah, this is an Idle Heroes 10-star Cup team if ever I saw one, right? Amon-Ra, Elena, Fiona, Russell, Vulcan. And then just a random Transcendence hero in the corner. That's gross. If that was a normal Elena, it would literally look like some of the teams we had. Oh, there you go. How different that went when we got to do a juicy active that wasn't debuffed. That was nice. Okay, Sword Flash. Easy win here. Oh, look at that. Full Assassin wave getting crowd controlled. Love how weak Assassins are to crowd control. It is a delight. Absolutely clutching up here. Facing the Garuda is the only one left. Makes sense. She gets buffed when heroes die, so she's the only one who has abilities that can keep her in against an attack like that. But now we should just one-shot her with another Vulcan active. Yep. And 3 fights left. We start off with 5 Seahus and a Mockman. What in the madness is this? I see the theory, but the theory is bad. And it also just dies to crowd control. Oh, very funny wave. Very, very funny wave. All we need is like one good Vulcan active and it should tear this whole thing to pieces. Yep. Just a single seer who managed to dodge the attacks. And not literal dodge, it just so happened his attacks didn't land on him. Very funny. And it's rage bait before the next wave. Oh, wait, chapter 5, 6. Oh, no, I remember this. I remember when clearing chapter 5 of Void Campaign was like the ultimate milestone. And this was the ultimate test. 4 HomesYoungs, Ayla, and Mockman. Fun. But you know what hero came out? Betty. So she turned what was a disgustingly difficult wave into ridiculously easy fights. Because 4 HomesYoungs get completely stopped by Betty. because you just crowd control them all. They are joining in with the attacks, which is a bit annoying. I might need to put damage over time purify on our Vulcan, but here he goes. Already bursting out, getting plenty of pressure here. Crowd control keeping the HomeXJUMPs locked in, which puts us in a beautiful position to almost be at the ends of Chapter 5, entering the pearly gates of Chapter 6, which is a fantastic milestone for any account. And here we go. We finish Halora, Vulcan, Star Alchemist HomeXJUMP, a cocktail of nastiness, but as long as we get good CC from Betty, the Halora pings shouldn't tear us up too much. We might even get some energy feed here, that'd be nice. Halora pings into the Vulcan, not quite killing, which means he does have an opportunity to do an active skill if the CC is right. Oh, but the enemy Vulcan. Yikes. Okay. Come on. All we need is a Dragon Re-trigger, which we get. Locking down the enemy wave, missing the Halora. That's bad news. Come on, guys. Come on. Don't let me down here. Good active skill there from Natalie. The survival's looking pretty good. We're going to see a basic here hitting the Vulcan. That's going to mean have to take damage here from the Halora as well. CC there again from the Betty. We should have an active skill flying out here from our Vulcan. Have to tank the enemy Vulcan. We do. Here comes our Vulcan. I think he's going to wipe it. It's all on this active skill now. You can do this, pal. Send it. Please. That's the win. Beautiful. And there it is, guys. Chapter 5. Fully cleared. Amazing. Which sets us up for Chapter 611. Now, the first enemy here is actually fine, right? It's just a classic wave which you will struggle against unless you have crowd control, but if you have access to Betty, CCing this wave is no problem. It's the easiest way to beat this wave. King Bartons can't counterattack you if they're crowd controlled. Tix can't steal your attack, at least not aggressively, if he's CC'd. And HomeXJUMP can't join in with attacks if there's no attacks happening. So this wave is completely beaten by Betty's crowd control. Then all you need is a damage dealer. The big problem you can see here, as Renville has pointed out, is just how resilient these enemy heroes are going to be to damage now. So we're really relying on Betty to lock them up, because this is already pushed on, and that was a good fight. We're on to round 5, potentially even round 6 coming through here. And we've got to try and finish this there with our Vulcan. Had to do a lot more damage to wipe this wave. But the other major issue is this. 3 Valkyries. 3 Flame Strikes. Behind every triple Valkyrie wave is a path to yet another triple Valkyrie wave. The menace of Void Campaign continues, and Valkyries are its vanguard. Guys, I'll see you in the next episode. We're probably not going to jump into campaign for a little bit now. We're probably going to be focusing on events, getting some more progress, upgrading our heroes. We may try against this. There may be a clear here against Chapter 612. But for now, I'm just going to reap the rewards of having cleared now 5 full chapters of Void Campaign. This team is phenomenal. Unlocking the Grimoire here was huge. 13.7 million attack on our Vulcan now. This is a lovely place to be. Subscribe. It does me a massive, massive help if you do, as it gives you access to more videos recommended from my channel, which increases views and naturally makes videos more likely to occur to people who play Idle Heroes. If you want to support the Idle Heroes community, subscribing to here is brilliant if you appreciate my content, because it spreads the word. Also, share the channel with your friends who play Idle Heroes as well. You never know who needs advice. I'll see you next time, guys. Have an amazing week, and as always, happy idling.